YouTube fam bam, thanks for joining me today. Hope you all are having an awesome day. I'm excited for this video because I just picked up this Juvia's Place, the Tribe palette. As of today, it's on sale at Ulta for $10. These are huge eyeshadow pans, as you can tell. So you get a lot of product for $10. And I absolutely love this color story. I'm excited to play with some Juvia's Place today. So if that sounds intriguing to you, then stay tuned. By the way, my name is Em and you're watching Makeupry. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on my video and saying to YouTube you like to hang out with me. If you like what you see today, please make sure to click the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me and, just totally make my day. I like hanging out with you. Alright, let's get into it. I'm just excited to play with some colors today. That's all we're doing. Or I'm doing, rather. I'm just playing with some greens and some beautiful shadows. These are amazingly pigmented. Juvia's Place. Yes. Beautiful pigmentation, beautiful colors. They're just a great brand overall. I highly recommend you try them out. This is actually only the second palette that I have from them. I have the Afrique palette as well, but this one, just those greens. Okay, let's get into it. Really quickly, I am trying out some new face products and brow products, so if my face looks a little different to you, that might be why. The foundation is a little too light for me, as you can tell, which never happens, but hey, that's a first. New brow products, that sort of thing. So we're just gonna have some fun. So let's zoom in. I'm also wearing kind of this weird colored eyeshadow primer. It has an orange tint. So this is gonna be interesting with some of the green eyeshadows I'm going with. Already I'm feeling this dark green here in the center. This one is called Cuba. This one is a very beautiful foiled eyeshadow. Look at that. And pow. So I'm going to play with that color today. Alright, I'm going to take a flat shading brush and just dip right into that. And let's see what happens. That, holy smokes. Okay. That is so pretty. Usually foiled shadows don't apply so well with the brush, but look at this. It is full pigment here. I'm just doing small tapping motions to get this pigment on and swiping it across this outer third of the lid. I'm going to keep it up high and not too low, and I am going to smudge a little bit here on this bottom lash line area. Pulling my eyelid taut because I have some texture here and I want to make sure this green gets in that texture. This looks a little scary, but I'm going to take a soft blending brush and just diffuse these edges a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time blending that out because I am going to use a transition shade. I'm doing the transition shade after applying the dark color though, because it's going to help soften and blend these out. Next I'm going to go into Tootsie, this apple green shade, and this same fluffy brush, tap it off, and I'm going to just softly blend that over the top of this darker green and just kind of sweep it in towards the center of the crease. And this is just an initial base color just to get it really soft looking. I'll take a smaller brush and blend it out in a minute here, but I just want to lay the color down. I'm going to take a smaller, more defined dome brush, and I'm going to diffuse these edges just a little bit more, and together here with that dark green I'm going to dip into that dark green, just a little bit of pigment just to kind of sweep it into that crease a little bit and blend those colors together. It's going to look a little muddy, but that's okay. I really want to start kind of bringing this purple, I really want to start bringing this green across the lid here and just kind of shimmy it over. I don't want it to be fully green across the lid. I want it to blend because I'm going to apply a lighter color in the center and towards the tear duct. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going back into the green, the apple green, and I'm going over the edge up here and just softening this up a little bit more. Use that lighter green to blend this out. I'm taking this matte deep green here on the bottom called San or San. I'm going to pop that just here in the crease a little to deepen that up, and just on this outer V edge. And I'm going to start smoking it down on the bottom lash line a little bit. This is going to transition those colors together really nicely. and it'll cut down some of the shimmer that transferred into the crease. I'm going to go back to the soft brush from before, just kind of blend this down a little bit. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit with this shade here in the upper corner called Masai. I love how I'm trying to pronounce these names like I know what I'm talking about, and I clearly don't. And just kind of pop this into this inner corner and kind of brush it upwards into that lighter green. And this shade is kind of like a spring green yellow hybrid. I'm not liking how this area is looking. It's just not blending as nicely as I was wanting it to. There's a really strong line. Kind of soften this up a little bit more if I can. I hate it when there's a really strong line of demarcation. I just don't like that. Not about it at all. I lost a little bit of this apple green here, so let's just apply a little bit more. This is kind of turning into a funky look. It's like acid green. For the inner part of the lid and the tear duct, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Coral. In the pan, it looks like a peachy champagne shade, but it's a duochrome. It shifts from a really light yellow gold peach to a lime green. So I'm going to just pop that on with my finger and kapow. It's going to reflect more green since that's the base I'm using everywhere else. I'm going to blend that in with my finger here. This is beautiful. I'm loving this eyeshadow. Oh, I'm going to take that same flat shader brush from before, and I'm going to just kind of pat some of that green back over the top just to transition these shades together a little bit better. This shade looks like it might be just kind of boring, but oh man, that's a whole new ball game. This is gorgeous. Oh, okay, I'm going to take a little bit into this inner tear duct using a brush. And then with a small flat brush like this, I'm going to take the apple green, this Tootsie shade, into the bottom lash line and across. Blend it in with a little bit of the darker Kubuk shade. Wipe off my brush and then go in with Masai in this bottom inner corner here. And ta-da! Whoa! Let's just go over everything with a really thick brush. Soften any other harsh edges out. I'm using actually what's called a contour brush to do this. This is a bold look. Like, I don't know if I'd wear this out. It's a lot of shimmer, a lot of depth, a lot of brightness. It's a very bold look, as I said. I'm going to apply some liquid liner on the top lash line and some mascara. This almost calls for false lashes, but you know me, I'm just not a false lash girl. So I will be right back and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the rest of my face. Alright, so I did a really long, kind of larger extended wing line. It helps to anchor the look a little bit more. And then of course I applied 2 coats of black mascara. So for the rest of the face, I definitely need to bronze because I'm way too pale. The foundation I'm using is a little too light for me, so I'm going to use a bronzer. This one is a Wet n Wild one. This is one that I've been using quite a bit lately because I like the tone of it. So I'm going to go a little heavier on this today because I really need to warm up this poor face. Bring some color and life back. I'm actually going to take this all the way onto the cheekbones because it has a little teeny bit of satiny shimmer to it. Then I'm going to take a warmer toned blush like this. This is kind of a coral shade. It has some shimmer to it. I'm going to use the same brush. It's very pigmented, so I'm going to dust quite a bit of it off. Whoa, hello. This is from Mana Kadar. I guess she's an influencer on YouTube. I'm not sure. I haven't really heard of her before. But she just came out with her own brand. There we go. This just warms up the face so nicely. I'm going to tone this down because I didn't realize there's so much shine to it. There we go. That looks so much better. There's a little bit of a gold sheen to this too, and it's really pretty. I feel a little bit better now. I'm going to take some of this Ofra highlighter. This is the new one called Glazed Donut. It's from the Ofra and Nikki Tutorials collab. I got this in my Ipsy bag this month. I was super stoked. Because it's so super shiny, I'm just going to tap a little bit on, blend with my finger. Just here. I'm not going to take it all the way across. I just want the subtle wet highlight look right here. and up here on the brow. That's the one thing about these highlighters is you do have to be really careful not to overdo it, because otherwise you have the streak of whatever on your face. And what I like to do with these really bold highlights, like this will last me years if I keep it up using it the way I use these kinds of highlighters, but I just tap it on in that very specific strategic location, because the way the light hits my face, I don't want it to make my whole face look shiny and take away from this beautiful green look that I did. And I think I'm going to also, just for kicks and giggles, apply a little bit of this into the inner tear duct just right here to tie it all in together. Enough there, you see it? And this blends really nicely into that iridescent shade. I'm going to finish off the lips using a lip, I think this is a gloss, I can't remember, but it's from Sydney Grace and it's called Chloe. It's a really nice warm nude shade with a peachy tone to it. These smell like vanilla cupcakes. These smell so nice, and I really like the applicator too. There, I look decent again. I look like I'm no longer a ghost, and this bold green look just leaves me really happy. I love greens, and whenever I have a chance to go bold with greens, I'm just like, yes please. And this palette is just I can't wait to play with this more. This shade here is so beautiful. It's also a duochrome. It's got a little bit of green in that, and it's a orangey yellow base with a little bit of kind of a tinge of green and some gold in there as well. And this is a beautiful mustardy yellow brown. That's so gorgeous. And then this bottom one, Curla, isn't that just stunning? So I was ecstatic to see that this was only $10 at Ulta. So if you have the opportunity to buy it, I highly recommend it. Their palettes are beautiful, and you have so much product here that it's so worth it. Like, it's only $10 right now. Half off. I think they're originally $20, but even then, like $20 for this palette is such a steal given the quality of them. So yeah, that is using the Tribe palette. So what do you think? Do you think this color story is something you would wear? If not, that's cool. I get it. This is not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's entertaining to watch some of these videos. I don't know about you, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one today. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to see in the comments, as I would love some inspiration and some ideas. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Stay electric as always. Mwah! Bye!